Life can be difficult when you are viewed as a delicious meal to many of the residents on the island. In many cases, being seen means being hunted. When you're alone, risk increases tenfold. Hope often seems lost, as the odds turn heavily against you. Never give up. Stand your ground. Help is inbound. If you know me, you know that Tenonto is my absolute favorite herbivore currently in Ibrima. Of all of them, it is easily the most versatile. Great for solo play, enjoyable in a herd, Teno is just one of the best. The best, but certainly often viewed as a delicious snack by the many carnivores that roam the island. I had barely reached my second mutation, having spent much of my early life wandering the quiet Delta River area, when I heard a rustle in the bushes nearby. Carno. No. Multiple Carnos. At my size, I could handle the first one, but 3 was asking far too much of an adolescent. Luckily for me, the absolutely massive rock I'd been resting on only a few minutes earlier provided a potential escape. Up here, the Carnos could not charge me. Though, if they were truly determined, they could still quite easily attack with overwhelming force. I would do some damage, but I wouldn't take them down before they could finish me. These ones, though, lacked the confidence. I had plenty of food and water. I wasn't worried. I could wait. It took some time before they finally got bored of waiting and decided to try again. I was prepared. I may have been small, but I wouldn't go down without a fight. With all 3 on the rock, I was nervous. It was a short scuffle, but I was successful in convincing them to back off. They hung around for a short while longer, before ultimately giving up and making their way out of Delta. With the Carnos having gone southward, I decided to head to the north. My growth was well underway, and I was much less nervous and more prone to exploration. Ahead, I spotted a pair of Carnos. I didn't particularly want to fight them, but I wasn't exactly nervous about doing so either, based on their size. Turning my back on them, though, triggered their chase instinct. A mistake on their part. The second Carno immediately backed off. I may have been small, but Teno packs a punch. After a short time beside the lake, I ultimately decided to start making my way toward migration. There I hoped to complete my growth so I could begin my adult life. As I was passing through the highlands tunnel, though, I got jumped by a Serrato. Without taking a hit, he backed off as suddenly as he had appeared. How odd. Upon exiting the passage, though, I looked over my shoulder. The Serrato was on my tail. Ah. He was likely still coming for me. I was so focused on the Serato that I nearly bumped into an adult Carno. He seemed to sense my anxiousness and immediately targeted me as well. I don't fear solo Carnos. As he rushed away, the Serato crested the hill. I prepared to stand and fight, only to spot two more attempting to flank me. Oh no. One Serato I could generally handle. 3 was way too much. Tenonto is faster than Serato. They'd not catch me if I simply ran. And run I did. By the time I reached West Rail, I felt fairly safe. I had healed what little damage had been done, and my stamina was full. It's all fun and games, until the peace is shattered by that same danged Serato yelling aggressively on approach. His first proper bite did an actually obscene amount of damage. Nah, this immediately wasn't a fight I wanted to take. Time to run. The only problem then was my lack of photosynthetic tissue. If I was above 80% growth, then I could not outrun a Serato running the speed mutation anymore. I didn't know my exact growth in the moment, but he was gaining ground on me. Luckily, he was also incredibly goofy and didn't seem to learn from taking tail slams directly to the face, as he ran perfectly into my tail. Using my slams to gain ground, I made my way toward the beach. By the time I reached the sand, he had veered off and disappeared. What a relief. Soon after reaching fully grown and collecting my photosynthetic tissue mutation, I headed for south to pick up Farmer. The plan was to grab him and then make our way east to meet up with Critter. Though growing in south wasn't the safest option, Farmer had managed well enough, and we started our journey toward the east. Of course, once he was out in the open, a raptor decided to target him. When it comes to taking fights, I'm of the mindset that as long as it's a reasonable one, I'll let the younger members of the herd duke it out without interfering. Farmer was happy and prepared to fight the raptor on his own, so I moved just up the hill and laid down to give both he and the raptor a proper battle. But then the Serato appeared. Were they mix-packing? Was it opportunistic? We didn't know, but now the scales had tipped. I took off after the Serato, while urging Farmer to run. He was still much too young to take this fight now.
This is like, everyone is running. We're all running in a line. I was trying to have fun there, Omni. Don't you die.
Oh, I won't. As he dashed ahead, the raptor joined the Serato in hounding me. Mildly out of practice, but still fairly confident. I went into the fight, kicking. Come here, Serato. Come on, run right up my butt, do it. Bam!
Okay, well, 5 minutes.
He just bit his own raptor?
Beautiful.
Got another little Serato coming in?
I'll just stay out ahead. I would love for you to finish them.
I have every intention of
They're a
finishing
mixed
him.
pack. They're a mixed pack. Mixed packs must be finished.
Bam! Come here, boy. Take that!
When the adult Serato finally dropped, the juvenile attempted to keep up the fight. Why? I don't know. And then the raptor was back. I'm honestly not sure if he intended to pin the juvenile Serato or pounce me, but I took full advantage of his mistake and finished them both. On to East. It was horribly dark and thunderstorming because, of course it was. But there we met up with Critter. She was about 50% grown, close to the same size as Farmer. With server population numbers dwindling, we logged out. I logged in the next day, sometime before the others. East is quiet. Peaceful. As a fully grown Tenonto, this was not the place for me. I traveled as far west as possible. Originally, I wanted to stop in West Rail, but the pond there gave me Dino vibes, and I opted not to risk sticking around. There was food here, and likely safe water. And apparently a Carno. Make that too. I wasn't particularly bothered. He'd already missed his ambush charge, and upon doing so, began immediately yelling for backup. So I walked away. They followed, disturbing my peace with their constant screeching. Silly things. Ah, how I enjoy playing Matador with charging Carnos, though. After a couple of kicks, he backed up again, and I continued my now slightly teasing walk around the pond. When he appeared to have lost interest, I decided to go for a snack. I wasn't horribly hungry, but, you know, food. They attempted to interrupt my snack, but were sent on their way again fairly quickly. Also, things to note, teno attacks don't work great even on slight inclines. Disappointing to miss my kick just because the slope said no. With the Carnos having decided that I wasn't a great target, I moved back to West Rail. There I came face to face with one of the only two things that I fear on Teno. The first is multiple Seratos. This time, though, was the worst option. Dilos. With their rapid-fire bites and their clones being ridiculously broken, I knew I had only two options. Kill them quickly before I became envenomated, or get to high ground and hope I could get there before I was too late. I started out with option 1. I am incredibly bad at snipe kicking small, fast targets though, and quickly found myself in trouble. One of them at least got kicked off the rock, and hopefully took some hefty fall damage. I was mildly disappointed he didn't die outright. Regardless, it was time to run. I needed a much better spot, preferably one where the clones couldn't reach me. If these Dilos wanted me, they'd have to take me themselves. One of the three was most definitely not okay, and I'd beaten up at least one other. But as long as there was venom on me, I wasn't getting out of this situation easily. The tables can turn incredibly quickly sometimes, and this time it turned in my favor. I punted one of them off the rock, killing him with fall damage. The second then panicked when I ran at him, and he too took flight, dying to fall damage on the far side. With only one Dilo remaining, now I was at the advantage. As soon as I left the third stage of venom, I could use the ocean to make my escape. I had full stamina and a much faster swim speed. The remaining Dilo would never catch me. I spent the remainder of the day and most of the night healing. Those Dilos had done a number on me, and I was honestly relieved to have survived. As I approached the West Rail Pond for a drink, I spotted a raptor sitting down just outside a bush. While everything in me screamed to kick it, I chose not to. Instead, I stood over it menacingly, realizing it was sitting on a nest. After a long moment, the sitting raptors, for apparently there were actually two, snapped out of their trance and realized I was standing there. Silly beans. They moved away while I got a drink and some food. When I looped back around, the sun had risen. Still no eggs in the nest, though. I thought perhaps they had abandoned it. Until I spotted the same raptor's tail sticking out of the bushes. After spooking them again, I began my casual trot away. I had places to be. I needed to start making my way north soon. Fudgy would be logging in. I didn't get far when the Carnos jumped me. With the fight in full swing and the larger of the two having taken a deadly amount of damage, though, the raptors came rushing in. My chill attitude apparently had them feeling sympathetic. I allowed them to attempt their fight. Onward. Back toward the north and Fudgy. He was having some sort of standoff with a Serato beside a bridge. He didn't want to fight it, and it didn't seem sure about fighting him. That was okay. We grouped up and marched toward the Serato. Yeah, he definitely didn't want the fight. As we traveled toward Highlands, a pair of Carnos on the dam approached. Fudgy is a fairly inexperienced teno. 2 Carnos is a decently easy fight, especially against 2 tenos. We pushed them back and away, every intention to simply trot on by and leave them be. Until one of them 3-called us. Oh, so they did want to fight. I turned around, though, and spotted 2 more. Ah, there were 4 of them here. Alright, now we've got a slightly more dangerous fight. The first went down quickly, caught by a double set of stuns. The rest, though, would not fall so easily. Fudgy's trial by fire was about to begin. Each time we beat one up, it would run away to heal, and the others would take point on keeping us busy, whittling down our health very slowly over time. We found ourselves camping the body of their dead companion, preventing them from using it to gastro-heal as best we could. Finally, Fudgy took a charge directly to the head and was put into deep red health. This was less than ideal.
That wasn't good.
Yeah, where's your health at?
And
Okay, to the rock.
which rock?
The one over by the cliff. Oh, I just about kicked you. Follow me. Right here. Right here, right here. Calm. Calm, cool, and collected. They don't get to know that we're worried.
We headed for the rock where he'd be better defended, moving confidently, as if he wasn't a tickle away from death. And then he, well.
Oh, don't fall off, Fudgy!
Oh, I fell off. I fell off.
So anyway, now it was just me and the Carnos. It was not going my way. 3 of them, still swapping out to heal, whittling me down. I was in serious danger, and it was only getting worse by the minute.
That's gonna make me laugh for the rest of the night.
I just fall off the cliff.
Yes. You're not gonna have me alive. Woo! Let's pretend that was planned.
They just charged each other in the face.
Good.
This one green one is testing my patience, though.
And that was the moment that Farmer joined the call. We explained what had been going down, and the dangerous plight that I was in.
How did you die?
4 Carnos. And a cliff.
4 Carnos?
Yeah, I've killed one.
Yeah.
They just keep switching out.
Guess which one I died
gastro
to? Between 4 corners and a cliff, what do you think killed me?
Cliff. Yes.
Yeah.
Where are you, Meta?
healing. Pummeling a Carno in the face.
Yeah, the bridge had water access.
After establishing where he was headed, Farmer began his trek inbound, and I was trapped watching my worst nightmare. Land dinos? When I was too dangerously injured to harass them? What has this world come to? But I allowed them to eat the Carno body. Better the dinos than the Carnos using it to gastro heal.
I'm in east at a dead run. I've only ran
Is
this
that-
route. Keep them distracted long enough. I'm inbound.
As my injuries got heavier, I made a decision. Time to move to a safer space. And just in time, too. A new Carno had arrived, and their numbers were back to 4. I had 2 options. Wait for Farmer to arrive, or jump off the dam into the ocean below.
I did learn at one point you could jump off of this thing and survive.
You can. I was hoping I could manage, but I did not.
I wonder
I was aiming for the ledge,
how.
because there was a ledge there.
I wonder what they would think if I just went into the middle and jumped off of this.
Oh, not the other one,
Don't
too.
do that.
With Farmer inbound, though, I made the decision to wait. His arrival was a triumphant one. Despite his size, the Carnos immediately gave up the fight. I was saved. After healing and picking up baby Fudgy, we made our way toward West Rail with the intent to log out between West Rail and South. Of course, 2 Carnos there spotted me and decided they wanted a piece. They weren't fully grown, but that didn't stop them from making several failed attempts to charge me. I dropped the first quickly. Then ran the second down until he realized he was going to bleed out. Flight wouldn't work, so he chose to fight. Which also didn't work. When I logged back in the next day, Critter was able to join us again. If you recall, she was previously around 50% grown, and had logged out by the radio tower in East. As Farmer logged in and we grouped up, we started making our way generally in the direction of Critter. We were on the far side of the island, but it would be alright. However, just as we reached the path out of West Rail, the first signs of distress began.
Oh, Packy. Little Packy. Oh, they're behind me. Oh, there he is.
They break you, you can't kick. They break you, you can't kick. So your best friend is to slam and then bite.
He's 4 calling. 3 calling. No, he's 3 calling me. This is not gonna go good. Do not. No, do not. Do not.
Apache had found Critter within 2 minutes of her logging in, followed her for a moment, and then attacked. She was only a baby. We were so far away, but we were prepared to cross the entire map to rescue her if we could.
Trying.
We're inbound.
Quit it. Go away. Go away, Packy. I will stand here all day.
Just stand your ground, we're coming. Quick
You're
as we
good.
can.
I've got myself wedged in the wall on top of a cliff, and there's a galley coming.
Okay. Hopefully the galley will take your side, not the friggin' Packy's
Oh, there's
side.
2 galleys. I need to stop shaking so bad.
Okay, you got this. Deep breaths.
I always get
You're
adrenaline every time I know I'm in like a situation that's not well.
Yes.
I'm just trying to ult attack him every time he comes close. Nope, he's no. Okay, never mind. Now he's going at it like crazy. I don't think my ult attacks are gonna kill him before he kills me.
Keep
Hitting
holding him
like
off
crazy.
as best you can. Don't let him hit your head.
He's hit me a few times. His galley friend's coming back. I want him to break his leg off this cliff, but I don't think he will.
Yeah.
The closer we got, the more desperate the situation became. Her water was low, she had no stamina, and the Apache and now Galley were merciless.
Trying.
Like
I'm
it-
trying. I don't have a lot of
It's okay,
stam.
it's okay. I'm the dum-dum who just didn't run when he decided. Well, I didn't have any stam. That's my problem. And the body fracture didn't help.
Yeah.
I hope you guys get here soon.
We're trying. Coming as quick as I can.
There's a little baby raptor here now. Don't you start too. No, don't do it, little dude. Be nice.
Low stamina would not stop us. The desperation in Critter's voice drove us onward. These bullies would get no mercy when we arrived.
Or do you have reabsorption?
If you've got
No, I don't.
Oh, I thought you had reabsorption!
No, that's why I was like, I'm gonna die.
As her water hit zero and she was finally forced to attempt to make her way toward the near river, we demanded information. Skins. Justice would be served cold. They had been marked as KOSing baby killers, and Critter's death would not go unpunished.
What are their colors?
I am
One, Packy is like a greenish color, Galley is like black and brown and white.
Because if you die, they are doomed. We are coming for them.
Here he comes.
Okay.
Here they come. I am walking. Packy and them, or yeah, Packy's like a green. There we go. He killed me. Yeah, green, dark green Packy
They're
with a
inbound.
brown, white galley with
All
black
right.
stripes.
They're dead.
Packy's pretty. Yeah, they're sitting there three calling on my body.
When we found her body, we fanned out immediately. There was no sign of them. They had gone. But where? Northeast Lake was just around the corner. We would regain stamina and check there first.
There's another raptor around here. Oh, I thought it was the Packy. I was so excited.
No sign of them at the lake. All was quiet, aside from a raptor and a Serato. We took the opportunity to get some diets and food before moving on once more. As we passed Critter's body again, we found a Serato there and heard it charge biting.
He is getting attacked. I heard a Packy in the distance.
Is it by them?
No. Oh, he's little.
No Patchy or Galley. We moved on. To the radio tower again, a quiet area, where we thought they may have gone to heal and get diets. The area was silent as the grave they had dug themselves. And then, hope.
Is there any food around
Galley,
for you?
hi.
Galley.
There's a galleon here with
What?
us.
What's it? Is it him?
What?
I don't know. I just heard it call.
Yeah, we're by Delta.
I heard the
down near
Packy
Delta.
toward Delta-ish.
Delta.
They might be around here.
Let's
That's where
go.
we're going.
Critter had respawned and met up with Fudgy in Delta. They'd heard Apache and a galley calling nearby. They'd gone to the migration zone. The closer we got, the more often we began to hear the calls of the nearby Apache and galley.
I heard the Packy.
They were definitely here. They didn't know it yet, but we were coming for them. Deep into Delta, coming around a corner, we finally spotted them.
There, I see him.
They'd been joined by a Maya and a Teno. Mildly concerning. But perhaps the Maya and Teno didn't actually know the Patchy and Galley. We approached. I'm not one to attack herbivores as a herbivore without cause. So when the Teno said hello, I explained our intention. When he responded that he didn't mind if we attempted to kill the Patchy and Galley, we went in swinging. See, here's the thing. Initially, we misunderstood. We thought that indeed the Teno didn't know them and didn't care. Instead, he did know them and intended to join them in fighting against us. Both options were fine. We were on a mission and didn't intend to fail. But that meant that it wasn't until Farmer had taken a few hits before he realized he needed to be attacking the Teno too. He dropped, and then it was just me against the herd. The Teno had taken many hits. He was my biggest concern, and so I finished him off as quickly as possible. Truthfully, I didn't want to fight the Maya. I only wanted to kill the two we had come for, the Patchy and the Galley. But it was clearly going to be an all-or-nothing fight. The Patchy took a nasty hit and ran to hide in the bushes. When I went after him, though, I made a grave error. He came flying out and broke my face, dealing massive damage. Fudgy was inbound now as well, taking the pressure off me while I backed off to attempt to at least regain stamina. As I tried to get up on a log, though, I slipped into a gap. I was stuck. Fudgy had drawn away the larger opponents, but the Bapies and Pteranodon continued attacking me as I attempted to find a way to get out of the bind I was in. And so I lay down to either log or regain stamina, whichever came first. I needed enough to jump out so that we could back up, regroup, heal, and go back in. The Galley, seeing me in the logging out animation, came and kicked me several times. Oh, perfect. I had enough stamina now. One quick hop, and I was free. Fudgy kept them distracted while I vanished into the reeds. This wasn't over. Not while I was still breathing. Dusk fell as I regained my stamina and healed my head fracture. It was time. Now or never. They were going down, or we were. The Maya spotted us first. The Galley was nowhere to be seen, but the Patchy was still here. While I kept the Maya distracted, Fudgy focused on the Patchy. Finally, it dropped. Now only the Maya was left. When he finally went down, victory was ours. And it tasted like vengeance. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and comment your thoughts below. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe for more content like this. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.